vodka for breakfast. My brother got shot at 13 years old. My number one advice, don't have kids and go to college. I'm so blessed. I have a village.
Your Elf on the Shelf is on their website. This thing's going off the rails, and I'm here for it. Camera's recording there, phone's recording there. Ready to start the show?
Uh-oh, Mom.
First of all, hi, Jen. Thank you and welcome to Hailey's Happy Hour.
Hi.
It exists
Oh,
now.
my teeth just touched the...
Oh, you're fine. I can edit it out.
Hi.
There we go. Okay.
I was practically...
You're doing
I was
great.
practically eating the microphone right now, guys.
Oh, you're fine. That's why mine's got like,
Oh.
it's got a little extra. It's like it's not been
Okay,
circumcised.
I'm usually behind the scenes. I don't do this, okay? I like record my children or other people. I don't record myself. So, okay.
Which is why I'm so happy that you're here, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
thank you so much for coming. You literally the first person I thought of when I was like, I want to make this happen. Like, and I want someone fun and someone who's going to have actual like input and things to say. Because first and foremost, I respect the living bejesus out of you. Number one, stay-at-home mom. Number two, you graduated recently and are pursuing a bachelor's degree now at UNLV.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
shout out to you.
Round of
literally.
applause.
Big round of applause, especially. So that's where you're at currently. But if we could take a couple steps back to where we met and know each other, because now we're moms.
Correct.
But previously on Life, do you want to tell the people how we met each other?
So, I don't know how many of you know that we are located in Vegas, but I mean, we were party hosts. I don't know if you...
No,
well, you guys,
we were party hosts.
Oh, yeah.
We were drunk for a living.
Wait, why did I quote that?
Party host. That's what you did. You hosted parties in Vegas at the nightclubs.
Okay. No, we were party hosts. Okay, yeah. So we had groups, we had a party bus, and pretty much, yeah, like she said, we would drink as a living. So we would, our guests would come on the party bus, and it's a club crawl, and we would take them to 3 nightclubs or 3 day clubs, and walk them in, hang out with them, pretty much be the life of the party. So
keep the party going, but
Yeah.
also keep everyone safe and make sure no one's like pissing off security or like
correct.
dying.
Yeah, so just get them right through the line, so they didn't have to wait. Good times. I mean, yeah, okay, did we dance on the pole a little bit? Yes. But no, we did not take off our clothes. So we were just like hyping them up, okay?
It was
like,
fun.
Yeah,
It was creating fun. Yeah.
So back in my town, according to them, they were telling my mom, like, oh, what does your daughter do for work? Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, my mom thought I was a stripper, so.
No, okay,
Yeah.
I could see the confusion. However, like my mom came on the bus numerous times, like just
She
like
did?
just like hang out and have fun. So no, yeah, it was. I saw Tiffany Haddish say this one time, a fun producer. Like that's what you're doing. You're producing fun and like being like, come to Vegas and meet all these strangers and party on a party bus.
It's because if you're not in Vegas, that's
It doesn't make sense.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you get paid for this stuff? I get it. Okay, so I completely understand. And like back in my town, everybody's so close-minded. So yes, but no. We
We
did
had fun.
legit got paid. We have pay stubs, okay? So
Yeah.
we can prove it.
And tips.
And tips. No.
No tips. The government doesn't know about those.
The
tips.
government, no tips.
We did not make tips.
No.
Ever.
Ever.
In my life. Yay. And now here we are. It is so funny though, because literally that's how we met. And I remember like you started before me, like I think long before me. And when I first got hired, you were on probation.
That's when you got hired.
Yeah, you were.
Oh my
Jen
God.
was on probation because she would get a little too drunk sometimes, apparently. So like this is the job like was to drink and party and but like be sane about it and keep other people safe. But so your probation was being on a 2-drink limit.
Yes.
And so-
Okay. I want to blame my friends from Oregon, by the way. I didn't text them to watch the live, but
That's fine.
Amanda and Manny, this is on you, and I'm still mad at you for that. But no, yeah, they came, they come every year to Vegas every summer. So they met me at the last stop. We were at rehab, so that's when.
Oh, day club, okay.
Yeah, that's when
Rehab was a day club. It's not an actual
it
rehab.
was. So yeah.
Just to clarify, if you don't know. Things are a little different here.
Oh, shit. Okay. Thank you for explaining that because,
Before your mom calls and is like, so you're drinking and in rehab and you're a stripper.
Okay, so we were at rehab day club and they bought me the freaking, okay, I didn't eat breakfast because it was the morning shift. So, you know, our morning club crawl. So, yeah, I was not.
Which you would work right after a night.
So my breakfast was literally like a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Caesar. So vodka or beer, you know. So I did not, like that was my breakfast. I would even post it, vodka for breakfast. So yeah, I didn't have that besides my like morning drink. And so they came, met them. They bought me those big old plastic, the tumblers. The mixed ones. Yeah, like the $50, $60 drinks. So I just drink that whole thing. I don't know.
Like the ones the pools give you with like the straw that you can like take in the water. Those things. Yeah.
I mean, I remember I don't remember anything of that evening. Well, actually,
why?
Well, yeah, like I remember kind of going underwater. I don't know if someone pushed me under, but I just...
Ew. You were underwater in a Vegas day club in rehab?
Like I wonder if I'm pretty sure my eyelashes came off or something. I don't know. No, yes. I remember like maybe Manny pushed me underwater. I don't know. But that's all I remember of that day. And I remember throwing up like my guts that whole evening. So then I called out last minute before my night crawl because we would have the morning crawl and then we would go home, sleep a little bit, and then we would get ready to do our night one.
And then wake up and do the morning one again the next day.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So finish at 4 a.m., back at it at like 11.
So I was just, and Angel kept like, Angel is my husband now. Back then he was my boyfriend. But yeah, like he was like, babe, you gotta get ready, babe. Like, yeah, your shift's gonna start soon, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't. Like, and I guess I called out that I was sick. Like last minute, I called Mike and I was like, yeah. So I can say this now because obviously I'm not hired there. But sorry, Mike, I totally lied. I'm a little bad liar. But yeah, I did go to work. But I remember kind of walking like sideways and like
at night, like you tried to call out, but you still went.
Yeah, because they told me like you just called out last minute. Like our company was still so small, we didn't have that many hosts.
Yeah.
So they're like, you have to come in. Like we don't have nobody to replace you. So there I go, freaking drunk as F. So yeah, and I just remember being like, oh my god, everything looked. Yeah, I was still so drunk, dude. And then my helper Kiana is the one that like took over the rest of my shift. But yeah, I was so that's what caused Mike to put me on probation from drinking.
Only 2 drinks allowed at work.
But technically, you know what? He's wrong because I was technically off the clock. So I did get drunk off the clock.
Oh, like when you like, so your people were checked into the last stop.
Yeah, they were already done.
Off the clock.
I guess no,
but at the job that you're allowed to drink at, you just kept drinking.
Yeah, so pretty much with this job, like you have to have a lot of self-control.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. Like, yeah, it's very fun, but you have to have a lot of self-control.
Yeah. Yeah, it could get dark real quick.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, you know, like your guests, they're coming from different places all over the world. I'm not just talking the U.S. I mean, you meet people from Australia, England, and they're so excited, and they're like, you're such a good time. Like, they just want to buy you shots and everything.
You're their new Vegas friend, dude.
No, yeah. So, like, there's so many times where, like, oh, man, like, how do I say no? Like, you don't, you know, so you just, like, take them. And back then, I mean, I had a higher tolerance. Now I have, like, a glass of wine, and I'm like... yeah. So, I mean, I was just taking shots and drinks from them because they would. Sometimes they couldn't tip you, but because they didn't have cash. But then like, oh here, let me buy you a drink. And they took care of me the whole time. So that's the thing. That's what the job. And it was a good time. So.
Is it true that you went to your interview and you didn't have a phone?
Oh, I think I did, but it was broken. Like my whole screen was shattered. Oh, it was a mess. Why did they hire me? I don't know.
This is the bar.
They gave me a chance. It was a good time, but
it was a good time. I swear to God, like MTV, Bravo, someone missed out because the eclectic group of hosts that we had, and just like all the shenanigans that would take place, like it was unreal. I loved every second.
No, but yeah, that's what my boss put me on probation, and he said I could only have 2 drinks.
But
what did I know? But what did I do, guys? What did I do? Okay, so there I go, Jen, going to the next pool crawl. It was free mimosas. Okay, so that's the thing with Vegas. With women, well, if you have a vagina, pretty much like you get a lot of free stuff. So let's just say that. You can go out, like you can be broke and still drink for free, like the whole night. All night. As long as you have a vagina, I guess you could say. But anyways, so they said free mimosas from like 10 to 12. So of course we were there. I got 2 mimosas.
Where was this? Do you remember?
I do remember, but that club didn't last that long. It was at the Trop. What was it?
Oh, they're Sky Beach. Sky.
There you go,
I think Sky.
Yeah,
Sky,
that didn't. That wasn't a big hit.
It was like a parking lot pool party.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So we started going there, and like to start, because you start out like very chill, get your drink on, then by like the next ride, you're like, woo,
yeah, a little more hype, and then the last.
The middle one is like immediate, like woo, and then the third one you're like
chaos. Everyone's best friends at that point. Yeah.
The whole party bus is like standing up dancing, but I posted a picture, with my 2 mimosas, like, double fisting, and I guess Mike saw that, and I got in trouble, so, yeah.
But the best part, so, like, I came in while you were on probation, so, like, literally, I remember part of my job was, like, go to the bar at SLS, which is now, what is it?
The Sahara?
Yeah, Sahara.
Okay.
And it was Foxtail at the time, was the nightclub. And I would, like, go to the bar and be like, can I have a michelada?
Yeah.
Like, this is so for me.
Because I could drink micheladas and be okay because it's just beer. Back then I had a high tolerance, so, like, that would just, like, chill me out. But, shots were the things that got me, like, super
drunk.
Yeah.
But I just remember you were on, like, this probation, and it was like, you gotta, like, go secretly order Jen can only have 2. Jen can only have 2.
For sure.
All night long.
For sure. I secretly had like, what? Was my boss gonna be, like, there looking at me? Like, no. I'm sorry. No disrespect to my old bosses, but you weren't looking at me. I had to freaking make my money. So if my client or, like, my guests are gonna... I shouldn't say client. That sounded really bad. Okay. Guest.
Customers.
Not client. Yeah. Client sounds like I'm a hooker.
You got a Rasta.
So yeah, if my guests were saying like, oh, come drink with us. And the thing, oh my God, you guys, I forgot, like the bachelorettes. Those were the best.
Oh my God, the bachelorettes had the best time.
Yeah, because they would get like a private, like, immediately, like, that's what Vegas clubs want. They want the bachelor because it's a big group.
Girls,
usually
give me
the pretty girls and their tiny, like, outfits. So heck yeah, you best believe I was up there at the private table popping champagne bottles. I don't. So,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Like, Jen, come on. Like,
and how are you gonna say no? Like, they're so nice, and, like, they're there having the time of your life. Like, you're feeding off their energy every weekend.
And, like, they're here, and you gotta think, like, these guests, like, they're here, like, it's a very special moment in their lives.
Yeah.
So you gotta make the best of it.
Yeah. And it's
So
almost
they're
like
not-
a lot of pressure sometimes too. It's like,
Yeah.
this is your Vegas trip, and, like, I'm in charge of this portion
Yeah.
of your Vegas trip right now. If shit hits the fan, it's on me, and I apologize for that.
But that honestly never, it's a super easy job. But again, you just have to have, like, a lot of self-control. Mostly it's just the drinking part. But other than that...
And it's just the weekend. You just, hey, you're going to go
And
party
it was just
on
the
the
weekend.
anyway.
During the week, I was like a little saint at my hosting job at a restaurant. So it's all good. You
Little
know?
did they know.
Yeah. So obviously, like, yeah, you party for a living, pretty much. Oh, what do you do? Oh, party for a living. So you make some money, but you did have a regular job. Because, like, again, like she said, it was a weekend job.
Yeah. It was fun. So that's how we met.
Oh, that went a little too long. But yeah, that's how we met. What happened?
I knew this candle wasn't going to work out. It spilled a little bit. So this is the Target candle that you'll probably see the second you walk
You
in.
said it, like, exploded or
Well,
something.
it didn't explode. It just melted. So I should have it in, like, a...
You would choose a
what?
candle that has a lot of balls.
I know, but, like, that's how I feel. I grew a pair, okay? My son's a boy. I grew a pair.
Like, can we
It's
just do
fine.
a regular candle? You know, Bath and Body Works is just having a like sale for $10 for a candle. You probably pay like 15 for that ball.
I told myself I wasn't gonna buy a Target candle too, and I knew something like this would happen.
It doesn't even smell.
It didn't. That's why I lit that one too, because that one's supposed to smell like pumpkin shortbread. This one is just for aesthetics, and now I know it's just a observe candle, not a.
Yeah.
It's just balls. It's not a lighting candle. But yeah, so we went from party hosts to moms. Like, literally instantly. So for you, when you
Okay, why did you make that face? I'm not disappointed. Okay, I am not. But the way you said it is like, the way you're laughing, I'm like, okay.
It's just two different lives. It's
Yeah,
like
it really
opposite
is.
spectrum. But no, yeah. So when you found out you were pregnant with Aaliyah, what were you doing for work at the time? Were you still party hosting, or where were you?
No, I had just, I was at the D.
Oh, say what you were.
What do you
What do you
mean?
call it? I like the name that you called it. It's not the official job title.
A slush girl.
You called it a slushy slut.
Well, how the hell do you remember this stuff?
I remember because it's hilarious.
Whoa, she's good. Okay. So for Turned Up, I used to call us Turned Up. I don't know. Where do I come up with these names? I don't know. But I used to call us Turned Up Hotties at
it
Turned
stuck.
Up. And then at the slush bar, I used to call us Slush Sluts. I don't know
So
why.
if you've ever been to the D in Vegas or like a couple
D.
bars downtown, they have like dancing,
It's on Fremont.
go-go.
Yeah, it's an outside bar. It's called the D Casino, and they have dancing bartenders. Again, I'm doing the quote unquote because
This is what you were doing, though.
no, yeah, like dancing. I don't know how you explain it, but Mom, no, I was not a hooker, and I was not dancing on the pole. Okay, I just
Dancing
had
on the bar, it's different.
So it's like a little two-piece outfit, like little fringe thingy. So when you go like this, it just like jiggles.
Yeah, very what were
Back
those
when
called?
things were like perky, you know. So
Before kids.
yeah, before kids. So yeah, you pretty much it's like Fat Tuesdays. Like if you've been to Vegas, it's like Fat Tuesdays. Now they have them like in every corner. Like
Yeah.
it's not just Fat Tuesdays, but like slushy bars. Yeah. So that's what they do. We have the slush things, and we serve them in the big cups. And then when the light shows go on, we would go on top of the bar and like dance. So that was what I did. So I was doing that, and then yeah, I got pregnant, and that's not the reason. I got fired from there twice.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
What?
The guy with the trench coat. I don't know if he actually had a trench coat, but this is how I imagined it happening. He like came up with a
Wait,
trench
what do
coat.
you know?
The buying of the
Oh, you know? Yeah, you know a lot more about me than what I thought.
I got it's all up here, man.
Damn, she's good. Like, have you been investigating me? Have you been asking my husband? I don't remember.
He's probably watching
No,
right now.
I don't remember telling you these stories. So, no, well, I'm not gonna make a long story, but like, yeah, I got fired. Okay, I got hired in like 2014, like back when I moved from Oregon to Vegas. So yeah, both of my roommates were working there. One was at Binion's. It used to be Binion's, and the Golden Nugget. And then I got hired at the D. So yeah, I got fired the first time because my friend told me to stay longer at the locker room, and then those little bitches told on me. So nobody would have, the managers would have not known, but those little bitches told the managers that I took a longer break. So I took like a 2-hour break instead of a 1-hour break. So I got fired.
Okay, it'd be like one thing with like hour 15. You took a 2-hour break.
Okay, I was young. Okay, I didn't know what I
We
was
all do dumb things when we're young, man.
But they legit fired me for that. Because they said
Like not even a warning?
No, they said that I was stealing time. So anyways, so I got fired for that. And then years later, like I talked to my manager who was still there. And I was like, oh, like, can you give me another chance, please? To the puppy eyes. And then, yeah, so they hired me again, and I disappointed him. Yeah, so there, like, I guess there was like a gun show going on that week.
Very popular. I forget the name of it, but it comes to town. They're the worst.
Okay, so a gun show came, and there was a dude that came to our bar selling us tasers, and at that time...
Did he have a trench coat? Because that's how I imagine
No!
it.
I don't even remember how he looked. It's weird. Okay, so the thing back then is, like, we were not... So we carried, like, this much cash, because it was all dollar bills that people would tip us, and I had to walk across the street to the parking lot by myself... You know, with all, and then we had to wear at that time a clear bag because something about like stealing or something.
Yeah.
So and I was like, well, yeah, I think I need something to protect myself. So this dude came to our bar selling us tasers.
And you bought one.
Yeah, I bought it. Like he was like, oh, I was like, oh, show me, like my innocent self. Like, oh, show me at the end of the bar. And he like turned it on and went or something, and the security goes. Because there's security's like standing
right there.
Yeah. So she went. So immediately, like, and then they have cameras. Of course, they watch the cameras, and then they saw that like I did a transaction of buying. I was like, and I explained to them, I was like, it's for my security. Like, yeah, but you should have done it outside of the clock. Blah blah blah. And you know,
on your 2-hour break, you should.
And you know what? The worst part of it is
what
the taser that I bought was defective.
No.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even work.
I think I still have it in my fucking garage. And it doesn't fucking work, dude. Oh my God. No.
So you lost your job over a defective taser.
Correct.
And then you got pregnant.
I think I was pregnant at that time, but I didn't know it because
so
it
was a blessing in disguise. It was like
because I was like since high school I've always been like irregular with my periods.
Yeah.
So I could go like 5 months without a period.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I went. Yeah, I think it was like my 5th month without a period. So I didn't think anything
like,
of it.
Yeah.
So then I got fired, and then when I remember I went to my friend's wedding. She got married here in Vegas. 2 days later, and I remember we were taking tequila shots, and I was like, dude, like I'm not really feeling it. And you know, like with tequila I always got really tipsy.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I like, I'm still kind of sober. Oh my God, for freaking Aaliyah was chugging that tequila. So yeah, because 2 days later I was cooking some eggs, and I go and I like threw up in my sink. So that's how I found out. And I was like, this is weird. I was like, why did I throw up 2 days later? So then I took a pregnancy test. Like, it came out. And then when I went to the doctor, they told me I was 13 weeks.
Oh, my God.
So I went my whole first trimester without knowing I was pregnant.
Oh, my God. I feel like everyone has that those stories, though, of, like, in the early stages, like, still getting turned up and, like, lit and, like, partying. And then it's like, you've been pregnant.
Well, and to be honest, like, I would cry. Because I knew, like, with Angel, like, we always had that bond, like, I knew I always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
So I knew that eventually. And I would cry to him. I was like, what if I can never,
Oh, because you're so irregular. It's like,
what if I cannot have kids and this and that? And he would always be like, well, we can adopt. And like, he was always so sweet to me. And like, I was like, yeah, but still, like, it's not going to be your baby. And like, I always thought in my head that I could never have babies. So yeah, and it's just like, it just happened. Yeah, without thinking it. Just because with my ex, I was with him. Ugh, thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for not...
Works in mysterious ways.
Oh, yeah. Like, I never got pregnant with my ex, so I'm just really, really happy that it just worked out this way. And then with my second baby, I mean, that was all planned. Like, I was tracking everything, and yeah. So, yeah, I have 3 girls. It's my bonus daughter. She's 14. She's been living with us for about a year. And then I have Aaliyah. She's 6 years old. And then my baby girl, Amory, she's almost 2. So she's like 1.5. So.
And she's got her shots today.
And she got her shots
and you had to leave the room.
I'm like freaking out if she's okay.
It's a part of life. They get their shots.
No, yeah, but you know, my baby like still drinks boob, so
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You breastfeed for like a good amount of time. How long did Aaliyah breastfeed for? Tell me, because I need to know. I need to know.
You fucking know.
I know it was a long time.
You just want me to tell your whole TikTok?
I do.
She's like, dude. She just wants me to tell everybody. In other countries,
it's normal.
Yes, and they say it's good. In other countries, they breastfeed until they're like 5 years old. Okay, no, Aaliyah was not 5, but...
How old was she?
3.
Okay.
So technically that was only like 3 years ago. If you think about it like that. But it's good for them. It's good for them. And they're like, and it's not even random people. It was mostly my family members. They're like, oh, well, she can eat steak. She has full teeth. She can eat steak, so she doesn't need to be on the boob anymore. So
What would you tell people though when they gave you a hard time about it?
nothing.
It's my choice.
I just like take it in. I don't
listen to your bullshit.
like. It's just like you can give people your opinion, and it's up to you if you want to take it. Or, like.
I like that.
Yeah. So to me, I'll listen to your opinion or your thoughts, but I'm not gonna sit there and like argue back. It's like it's my family.
Yeah.
And like whatever works for us. So that worked for us, and it was just good. Like I wasn't ready, and she wasn't ready, and when I was ready, the time, then yeah.
Would she still ask by the time she was 3? Like, would she like ask for it?
To be honest, okay, so Aaliyah, she was a binky addict.
Yeah.
So with her, it was a lot easier because, like she cries, here you go, here's your binky. So that at night, like one night she fell asleep without the boob. And at this point, at 3 years old, it's true. It's mostly comfort. It's not that they're hungry. And even at the pediatricians today,
Yeah.
because Amory's still she still breastfeeds throughout the night. They told me that it's not like she needs to be sleeping a full night without asking for boob. So it's a comfort thing. And so with Aaliyah, I would just pop in the binky and that's it. She'll fall asleep.
Done.
So that's how I figured. I was like, let me try it. I'll do one night, binky. We went the whole night without. Aaliyah loves her sleep. So the whole night. Second night, binky. Third night. And then from there, she didn't ask for it. So that's how I just weaned her off.
Yeah.
And then with this baby, I really don't know what to do. I feel like, by your second baby, I feel like you should know what to do.
But they're so different. They're so different. I don't know about you, but I feel like number 1 and number 2 is like 2 completely different worlds.
And people tell you like every kid is different, but it's so weird because like they all come from
the same place.
and they're raised in the same environment. Like, why are they so different? Like this new baby is just like a little like, she's so cute, but she's like, whoa.
Wild.
Yeah.
The second kid, man. We were at
the doctor's. This chick freaking climbed on the chair. She was banging on the thing where you change the thermostat. She was banging on the, how? Since when do you know how to climb a chair? I don't know. It's really weird. So then the pediatrician just said like she suggested, because we co-sleep. We co-slept with Aaliyah I think until before she started kindergarten.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I know there's such a hot debate on it.
I know, and a lot of people are like, oh, like co-sleeping, or it's dangerous and this and that. But this is again what worked for us, okay? Yeah. And Angel could kick them out. He doesn't care. But me, I'm like, they can sleep with us till college. I don't care.
Yeah.
So so she finally had her. Aaliyah has a queen size bed. Okay.
Oh, stop it.
She's 6 and she has a queen size bed. Yeah. So she's like a little queen. And then Amory, so the pediatrician she's like, oh no, she should be sleeping throughout the night. And have you considered putting a bed next to yours or moving her to her own room? So I don't know, I guess. And again, the doctors are gonna tell you something, and it's up to you if you want to take it. And I understand, like, a lot of people are against co-sleeping, but I mean, we have a king size, and we have a king size bed. I mean, I told her I pretty much sleep with.
Oh no.
Now that I think about it, I'm just like, did I really just tell the doctor this? So why are you laughing?
You're laughing. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I know it's gonna be wild as fuck.
So I was like, because she's like, oh, they ask you like, what type of milk do they drink?
Yeah. And
I was like, breast, and they're like, exclusively. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I pretty much sleep with my boob hanging out. And she just goes. So she just like finds the nipple. I'm sorry. And Angel has taken pictures of me just like some wild shit and like my nipple. Like I felt him once, like even covering me up because it was cold and he thought that I was just like freezing. So he covered up my nipple.
Cover this up.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I mean, fuck.
You're a stay-at-home mom. You're gonna be tired every single second of every single day.
I've had 3 jobs at some point, and I can tell you, being a stay-at-home mom is still 10 times harder. Like, there's just like, I don't have a break, you know, where I can just like sit down and have my lunch.
Yeah.
I don't have PTO. If I'm sick, I'm still gonna take care of my children, you know. So,
dude, and you've been doing it for years now. Like, literally, I did the stay-at-home mom thing for 2 years. I'll take being a single mom, working my ass off over being a stay-at-home mom, dude. That is brutal. So shout out to you, because you're out there doing really, it.
Like, it's hard, you know. Like, it's hard. It's so rewarding. Just watching every milestone though. Like, I think of those things and I'm like, I would never trade this. I like their first steps, like every single little thing that they do and you're there is just so amazing. It's so rewarding. It really is. And I don't regret that. But then there's those days where you just like want to pull your hair out. Like, mommy, like, oh my God.
And like being touched out, like when you literally
you're
just like
overstimulated
all the time. Like, and then like you would yell.
And then like my husband wants to come like home and like he hasn't seen me all day. And like my husband, he's very touchy. Like my husband, his love language is touch. So, you know, he grabs my butt, like he'll whatever, you know. So yeah, by that point I'm very overstimulated, and it's not that
get away from me.
And I don't want like he's our sole provider. I love him. Like, it's not that I don't want him touching
to be touched. It's just like I've been touched all day.
I just don't know how to explain that. So if somebody can like tell me, because I don't know, it's just all I know is called being overstimulated.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like if you were like a chef and you cook all day, and then it's like you go home and someone's like, "Can you cook me a meal?" Like it'd be like the same thing. It's like, I've been cooking all fucking day. You really want me to cook you a meal right now?
True. So yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I want to say like it's hormones. I don't know. I gave birth like almost 2 years ago, so I can't even fucking blame it on hormones.
I'm still postpartum. I'm in postpartum depression. Get away from me.
No, I really do need to work on that though. I do. I gotta pay more attention to my husband, and it's not just about like doing laundry and cooking for him. It's, you know, like that love and affection. Like he does need it. Like he's working 12-hour shifts. He needs that attention as well. Or like my friend, my neighbor, Shannon, she says you gotta fill his cup.
Aw.
Like you, because her
Can't
husband,
pour from
she's
empty
also
cup.
now a stay. You know, she was the our bartender.
Where?
At SLS. She used to work at the center bar, and now we're like, she's my.
Where at Orgy Michelatis?
Yes. So she's my neighbor.
Oh my God.
She's a stay-at-home mom now, and her husband they own a Thai restaurant up in Pahrump. So now so he does, you know, obviously works.
A Thai restaurant in Pahrump. Interesting. I don't know. It's just very interesting to me.
Why? I've never been to Pahrump.
Oh, you should go. Just drive right through there. That's it.
Shout out, Shannon. You'll watch this later. Why don't I have a fuzzy one?
Because I've been trying to get like a pink one, and then I got this one. I actually wanted to use this at like comedy shows because like everyone using the same, like, but I was like, it was so big, but it fit on these. It was a whole thing. So I tried to get a pink one, and it was actually red. Whole thing.
I don't appreciate it. Being a host. I mean, a guest.
Okay, fine. You can have the fuzzy one next time. Next time when you come back and we put the glittery things on like it.
The guest, I don't get the fuzzies.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I didn't know. Honestly, my thought process, I was like, I don't know if the fuzz like holds like disease or like bacteria or anything more than like a regular one. So I was like, okay.
Good point. Yeah, good, thanks.
I'll take the. Yeah, I was doing this for you, man.
No, yeah, I get
doing this for
enough
you.
Germs from these kids
sneezing
in my eyeball. I mean, I know you get it worse though.
Because there's 2 of them.
No, I mean in kindergarten, it was bad in kindergarten,
well,
dude.
because that was her first.
It was her first year in school, so yeah, man, she got really bad bugs.
Dude, that's actually a great topic. Freaking schools, daycares, whatever you want to call them, are cesspools. They're literally the worst.
I mean, do you send your kids to school when they're sick? Like, to me,
that thing happened. Oh.
What?
Where you guys got a letter sent to you, right?
I mean,
that was like
no, that's just like a general like CCSD thing. They like after like a certain amount of absences, you get like a truancy.
yeah.
No, but I'm sorry, I just cannot. Like if my kid has green snot,
I'm not sending them to make your kid sick.
well, now, no, they're saying that the only reason to keep them home should be vomiting and a fever. That's it. So okay, you're allowed to send them with snot and all that stuff.
Dude, that's what's so Rocky.
It's weird. I don't know. What does everybody think? I just personally do not want to send my kid.
Oh, because they get money, and that's why they want them
Well,
there.
yeah, that's the big thing. But maybe okay, and I get it on both sides because I'm obviously a stay-at-home mom, so I
Yeah.
can keep my child, and I understand some parents cannot. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if your kid is sick and you send them to school and it gets another kid sick, who then gets another kid sick, who then gets another kid sick, and like that's bound to happen. If they go to school sick, that's what's going to happen.
And then we
Get
end up
sick.
and then then we're stuck. Like for example, then my husband has to go to work all day.
Sick.
Well, that's the thing with Angel. He hardly gets sick.
Really?
Yes, when he got COVID twice, all he had was a back pain.
What?
Yeah. His mom got like every single symptom that's listed on the website.
Yeah.
Angel, I pictured Angel. Why are you laughing?
Because you were laughing.
No, like I was like, babe, we're gonna come out because he was like, you had to isolate. So this fool watching all the Final Destination movies, you're like, I don't know, like all the movies, playing his video games, me like cooking these bomb ass meals and like leaving them at the door. I just pictured Angel like opening the door and just coming out like
Like the Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters?
yeah, like Norbit or something. Is that his name? Norbit?
Norbit, yeah, Eddie Murphy.
I was like, babe, you're like living your life. No, but I know he does say like now like it's weird. And it's an actual thing. His feet, like he says he wakes up till the day he wakes up with his feet hurting.
Ever since?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
these
I
are
don't
weird
know.
side
It
effects.
could be like his job because he's a delivery
Oh
driver.
yeah, he's on his feet all day.
Yeah. Or, I mean, no, it could just... But that week, he obviously wasn't at work. But his feet hurt. Every time he wakes up, he's like, oh, like, it's just this pain.
Interesting.
It's really weird. And if you look it up, it's called COVID feet or something like that. Yeah, it's an actual thing. He's like, I knew I wasn't wrong.
Oh, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have any side. I got COVID
Yeah.
twice too, but I don't have any. Nothing like stands out. Like I lost my sense of smell and everything during, but now I'm fine.
I lost my sense. Yeah, and I was like, God, please, I would never take this for granted. Dude, that was trippy. I remember trying to eat like hot Cheetos and I couldn't even freaking taste them.
Of course, you were trying to eat hot Cheetos.
Wow, that was so racist.
I'm just saying.
Her fridge is empty. And
Yeah.
and she doesn't even freaking make salsa.
I don't know how. I literally, if you were like make salsa, I'd be like tomatoes and like I don't know what else to.
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, you know what? You've been asking me a bunch of questions. How do you make salsa?
You buy a tomato.
Okay. Which kind? Is it canned or fresh?
Oh, I was like fresh.
Fresh. Okay.
Okay.
So you get the tomato, and then what do you do with the tomato?
You squash it. You just mash it. Like it's like you're making mashed potatoes.
Okay, so you grab a bowl and you're gonna smash it. Okay.
Well, no. First, you grab one of those fancy guacamole bowls with the.
It's called molcajete, but okay.
You grab the molcajete.
Okay.
And you put the tomato, the tomatillo, in the.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna grab a red tomato and tomatillo is the green one, right?
In my salsa, we're gonna have both.
Okay.
So
red and green. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a Christmas salsa.
Okay.
You grab both of them and you put it in the fancy bowl with the fancy crusher and you crush them up and you put some onions and peppers in there. I'm assuming there's some sort of
Peppers, like what kind of peppers? Like bell peppers?
Yes. No.
Really?
I thought that that's what the thick green things were in salsa, but I'm
Oh.
gonna say I'm wrong.
Okay. Okay. Keep going. I'm very, very, very interested.
Okay, and then I'm assuming at some point you have to like do some sort of cooking with it, like overheat of some kind. So I guess you would like.
You went so opposite, dude. You did it so backwards. So first you're gonna smash that shit and then you're gonna cook it? That makes no sense. No.
No.
You gotta
Okay, so you boil the tomatoes.
Yes.
So, okay, so back to mashed potatoes. You boil them, and then you smash them.
Yes. Think of it that way. Yes.
And then...
Okay, so...
I'm assuming there's seasoning.
It depends. Okay, so this is how I make it. It depends if you want to do the red salsa or the green salsa. The red salsa takes Roma tomatoes.
Oh, the round one. The ovally.
Yeah, because the ones that are bigger, and it's like the... What are they called? But it's specifically for burgers.
Oh, like I call them Jersey tomatoes because that's what we call them back there.
Oh, okay. Oh. No, I mean, they're
tomatoes.
I don't know. I don't.
Sandwich tomatoes.
Yeah, whatever. But the Roma, they're the little ones.
Yeah.
So I boil those. You boil them with garlic, jalapenos, and then...
No bell peppers.
No bell peppers. I mean, I haven't... I'm sure it's not, like, bad, but...
No bell peppers.
So, yeah. So, chicken bouillon, that's our best friend. Do you know what chicken bouillon is?
The little cubes. It's like chicken broth, but in a cube. No? It comes in a cube wrapped in a gold foil.
No, you're not wrong.
Okay.
But it's just so interesting to know that that's what you know it as.
My mom was a microwave chef growing up, okay?
Was she?
I'm lucky that, like,
Your
yeah.
mom?
Oh, yeah, dude.
She's so cute, though. She
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it. She seems like a little, like, Betty Crocker.
Oh God, no, no.
Really?
My mom spends
Wow.
most of her time like at concerts and like she's literally a Henderson Silver Knights season ticket holder. Like that's what she does with her life. Like cooking was not no.
What?
No.
I picture
Yeah.
this, like, lady just, like, baking cookies every day.
Oh
Like,
my God, no, Salisbury steaks and like spaghetti, heated up mashed potatoes and
that's
a
how
thing.
Jordan is, though. But it must be, like, a teenager thing.
Oh yeah.
I still buy her, like, I didn't even know people still ate the, what are they called? Like, not Chef Boyardee, but SpaghettiOs.
Oh, SpaghettiOs! I debated buying those the other day, but I was like, no.
I bought her the whole thing, and she loves that. I guess that's what they
Well,
eat.
if you're a
But
teenager,
she's like,
yeah.
she's black, Mexican, and white. So it's like
So it
her-
makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, she loves all that stuff. Like she eats like noodles just with like tomato sauce. It's disgusting. It's like so bland.
Yes.
But she gives it to the baby, and my baby eats it. So
Well,
I'm
baby
like,
won't
ew.
eat anything at this point. Is she to the point where she's picky yet, or is she still eating anything?
She doesn't like sweets.
Interesting.
Yeah. But because my other kids love sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you give her fruits or veggies first?
Veggies, they always say to give them veggies.
Yeah.
But even then, I always give Aaliyah veggies, and this chick's like friggin', she could eat sugar, you know, like straight out. No, but yeah, no. What are you talking about?
Salsa.
Oh yeah.
Your salsa recipe.
What the fuck did we go off?
I don't know, man. This thing's going off the rails, and I'm here for it.
Okay. No, so you boil the tomatoes, the pepper, the jalapeno.
You boil
It's
them?
jalapeno, not jalapeno.
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 On a stick?
A garlic clove. You put a little bit of chicken
Like a
bouillon.
whole ass one, or are we chopping this bitch?
Clove, girl. A little like.
So that's a cut.
Yeah. And that's because I have like eyeliner. Is it smeared or something?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So the clove, and then you throw it in the blender, and you blend it with salt and a little bit of chicken bouillon.
So it's cold by that
Oh,
point.
I lied. I forgot. And then you add the cilantro. That's the main thing.
Oh, that's like a thing with like Mexican tacos
Yes.
versus American tacos
Yes.
too, right? It's like
Yeah.
the cilantro.
And you know, there's a thing that I learned when I was working at Disneyland, when I was making tableside guacamole. That cilantro, there's something like people carry a gene where cilantro tastes like soap to them.
Is
Did
that
you-
why so many people are like,
Did you
against
know that?
cilantro? No.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
mind cilantro.
So, you know, I would like go up to them like, oh, onion, cilantro, tomatoes, onion, like all that stuff, you know, like ingredients that go into the guacamole, and they're like, oh, no cilantro. So I guess like they're like, they said, a lot of people said that it tastes like Dawn soap. I'm like, well, I've never tasted Dawn soap, but I can imagine.
Oh, you never had soap in your mouth as a kid?
But it started becoming, no.
Oh. Me either.
Oh, I was very spoiled. I know. I would, no.
No?
My parents never. Okay, my mom spanked me once, but she cried afterwards. But
Aww.
yeah, I was the baby. I am the baby, so no.
Yeah.
I never got punished like that. But with Aaliyah, like, oh, what? Say that again. Say that again. I'm going to put peanut butter in your mouth. Because
She doesn't like peanut butter?
she hates it with a passion.
That's an interesting little tactic. That's a fun tactic, actually.
Dude, and
Something
I'm like,
that's so
and
harmless.
I'm going totally against what I'm learning in school because I'm in the psychology program. So, in the back of my head, I'm like, dude, am I like fucking up my kid by saying these things? But it's like, you know what? No, because you know what? I didn't grow up that bad.
Yeah.
You know, like
You're pretty well rounded. You're pretty good.
No, because like nowadays everything's like, oh, like
Gentle parenting. How do you feel about gentle parenting?
Well, I feel that like I heard something. Actually, I like saw something on Instagram which totally made sense. This mom was like totally upset that like her kid's acting up, this and that, and then her mom, Mexican lady, she's like, well, think of it this way: there's a bunch of little rocks on the path, and you're picking up every rocks for them, so they're not stumbling on those rocks.
Oh, so they don't learn how to walk on their own.
Correct. So they're like not learning from their mistakes. They're not encountering that tough love. And even at church, my pastor even talked about tough love. Okay, now we're gonna get deep.
Okay.
But so my brother, he's older than me. He's still like a drug addict, and my parents are big enablers. They still allow him to come around, and he still comes to the house. So this is a big reason. So I am in the psychology program at UNLV, and the reason for that because my brother inspired me to go into work into the addictions field. Yeah. So at this point, I feel like he's like psychotic. He will text me things like, "Oh, that I need you to call the FBI and tell them that they're setting me up." Like he texts me some wild things like that.
Does he ever say who they is, or it's just like
No,
they?
They. Yeah, so it's some crazy stuff.
Do you think it's drugs, or do you think it's psychotic behavior?
It's drugs.
Yeah.
Because when he's not like that, he's a very normal person. So at this point, I think he's just so deep into it that I don't know how he's going to get out of it.
How old is he?
I mean, he's 35, 36. He's definitely like 40 now.
Yeah, that's why I have an uncle that's like about to hit 50 or might have just hit 50. Been enabled his whole life, still lives at home with his parents, like on drugs, like to the point where when my grandmother was taking drugs, he was taking her drugs, and like it was all cool. It was like kosher between everyone. And it's like, well, maybe not. And it's like how when you've been a drug addict for more than half of your life, like how do you?
I mean, my brother got shot at 13 years old. We were living, I mean, back then we were in East LA. That was when it was bad. Now everything changed, you know, because the new generations. But back then it was like still when it was like gangs. Oh, I claimed this gang and blah, blah, blah. So we were in the wrong territory. So they shot him, which is weird because it's not weird. I'm still like a big believer, but they shot him like 8 times and he only got hit once and it was in his hand. And it went through the bullet.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, the bullet went through his arm. That's it. Out of all those times. That's what I'm saying. Like, your mom's prayers, guys, like,
They work.
They work.
Oh, God.
Even with me. I think back, I'm like, dude, I could have been dead in a ditch somewhere, you know? And,
Isn't it crazy how you can end up so opposite from your sibling, though? Like, even though you guys have essentially the same childhood. Like, obviously, you're going to have your own differences, but it's like...
Yes, and that's the reason why I think I just did not want to be like them. I just saw my older brothers.
Because he was older too, yeah.
My 2 older brothers, and my oldest brother, he's 10 years older than me. So like I saw them like, you know, like the gangs and the drugs and everything that like, you know, our house getting shot up, like things like that. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put my parents through that same thing. Was I perfect? No. Of course nobody's perfect, but I have never tried drugs, you know, like the only thing, alcohol, you know, but I just didn't want to do the same thing and follow their steps. I think I wanted to just be the opposite, and I wanted to be the first one to graduate from high school and college. It took me a little bit longer to go to college, but
you went and you're going.
I did it,
You're going when it's like the hardest part of your life to go.
And I agree with that. I feel, and that's my number one advice. Don't have kids and go to college. Now, it totally makes sense when your parents say, like, go to college right away. Like, straight out of high school. Because, you know, you could do the football games and the whole, like, all that stuff. And I'm missing out on all that stuff because, you know, now I have to, like, who's going to watch my baby? Or I just cannot just get up and leave.
Right.
I'm tied up, you know?
Yeah. I remember when I first started, I went to community college first. And I remember there'd be a couple classes where they would be like moms who would bring their kids to class. And at the time being that young, being like, what the hell are you doing? But now that I have kids of my own, I'm like, oh, shout out to those professors and shout out to those women. Because like, God damn, that's tough. That is so tough.
And then not only that, guys, I mean, I'm trying to toot my own horn, but...
Toot it away. Honk, honk.
I graduated with honors. So...
Do you think you would have done that if you went straight out of high school?
I was not committed. I was not like, I did not apply myself because I did. I tried it. My dad was paying for my rent right out of high school. Like we moved out. We lived right outside the college. It was a community college. I went, but I was just more focused on like having my little boyfriend and going to party. And I didn't care.
Oregon or LA?
Oregon.
Okay.
Like most of my life was like, I think only my childhood was in LA. So, I started in middle school and yeah, I mean, I say I'm from Oregon. I don't even like claim LA. Yeah. I don't want to claim LA.
Were you born in LA?
Yeah.
I never even knew that. I just assumed it was Oregon this whole time.
So, I don't know. Maybe I would have been a chola or something if I was still there. Who knows?
Maybe a little bit, just a little bit.
Chola with a cholo.
But no, seriously, going to college now, like my mom went to college when I was in middle school, and I remember watching her just like crying at the kitchen table, really? Just like, oh, dude, well, she went to like school for like nursing too, which like psychology, nursing, very similar, but like it's just so hard.
Doesn't your mom work at a casino?
No.
Oh, she's a
nurse.
Oh, I might be confused, because Kiana's mom works at a casino, so I don't know why I thought this whole time
that your mom... sense.
She's still a nurse?
Yeah, she's a nurse. She's actually director of nursing now. So when
oh, never mind. I don't want to ask it.
I don't even know the name. It's not in a great spot.
Oh, okay.
I fear for her life. I fear for her life, man. It's not a great area. But so she graduated LPN when we were still on the East Coast, came here her first week. She got punched in the face by a patient. And then not too far after, though, she like exceeded very quickly. That's what I always say about Vegas. The bar is set a little bit lower here. So like, you know, it's really...
What's your major?
Good. Mine?
Yeah.
Was journalism and media studies.
Did you want to work on the news?
Yeah. Well, okay. So subconsciously, no. I wanted to work like in TV, video production in that world. And when I was going to school, I saw the most like opportunity in news. So then I graduated community college twice. And then when I came out here, it's when the Golden Knights were coming and all this stuff. And I was like, East Coast, rah, 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 sports, like Eagles till I die. And so I ended up in sports. So I was never like a sports guy. Like I liked sports, love sports.
I still don't understand it.
But what, sports?
Dude, I freaking married a sports family. Like, my father-in-law watches freaking, like, Sunday. That's all. It's football. He was a great football player. Like, he was going to go to the NFL.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, it's a sports family. He's Cowboys. My mother-in-law's 49ers. Angel likes the Colts. Yeah, everyone's, like, split. I don't know. And I'm just like... Oh, I was like, yeah, he dated Kim Kardashian, babe. Like that's how I know. Oh
my God, Reggie Bush.
Like stuff like that.
That's the one I know.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like I don't get it. And I was a cheerleader, and I don't know. I guess I would just cheer when everybody would cheer. I don't understand it, guys. They've tried to explain it to me, but I still don't understand it.
It's okay. I had a love-hate relationship. I was like super into sports because obviously I was like working in it. And that's what, like, I literally was, like, in the Golden Knights locker room, like, doing interviews, like, every single NASCAR driver, like, interviewing them, talking to them. Like, I was fucking doing the thing. And then I got pregnant.
That's when you got pregnant.
And that's when I was literally working at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
It's always when you're, like, somehow, like, in some type of, like, peak in your life.
Yeah. And, like, at the time, I was devastated. But now looking back, it's, like, I needed that. I needed it. I needed to grow up a little bit, and I needed the life lessons. And like, I literally left Vegas with no kids and came back with 2.
To me, it's like God's timing is always perfect, and that's how you gotta look at it. There's a timing in your life for everything. So, I feel like when one door closes, you just gotta
The next one.
correct and
Yeah.
like take it. Even when you're like, oh, I don't know, and like you're doubting yourself, just take it.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't know where I'm at yet. Like I'm still kind of like,
Well, you're in the thick of
like,
it.
I'm like cruising, I guess. I'm like, I have my baby girl. I'm going to school. I mean, I did graduate. That was awesome. But usually people, when they graduate with their associates, they already start like internships and this and that. But again, it's people with no kids. And to me, this is what works for my family because my husband's working 12-hour shifts. If we put our kids in daycare, still, even if I get a job, all of my checks are
Going to daycare.
Yeah, because from what I heard, even especially when where the location where we live, just down the street, that daycare is like for 3 days, it's like $1,200. I'm like, what? Really?
Yup.
Oh.
$2,000 for those suckers every month.
What?
Yeah, because there's 2 of them. They give you a discount on the second kid.
And
but
that's
it's
with
like,
the discount. Oh shit! See, with my 6-year-old, that's different because
she's in school now. Yeah.
Oh, and that's where I was getting at with my neighbor Shannon. Okay, so we only have our one car, but she picks up. So I'm so blessed. Like I have a village, like I might not have my family from Oregon here, but my in-laws, they're very hands-on. Like when we need them, they're there like this, and we don't live far. They're in Southern Highlands, like a mile away.
Yeah.
So when they're there like this. But they work obviously. But my neighbor Shannon, which is the girl that used to bartend, at SLS, her son goes to the same school as Aaliyah, so she picks up Aaliyah and another little girl from our community, and she takes them to school in the morning and picks them up.
Aww.
But like when I have the car, like Angel's off or something, we help each other,
Yeah.
like, or even then, like if she's busy with something, like the school's only 1 block away, so I'll walk and get the kids. So we help each other out.
That's
so
so
it really helps to have people that they're gonna help you. And I didn't even ask. She saw us at the open house, and this was like, dude, like God is so good. She saw us, just like, hey, well, I already bring my son here. I can bring Aaliyah. She offered.
Aww.
Yeah, she offered. I never said like, hey, can you pick up my kid? Blah, blah. Dude, that's a lot. Like, like for someone to just offer to do that stuff, like that's just so freaking amazing.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones. That's like, especially now, I feel like 15, 20 years ago, that would have been like more common. I feel like we're so much more isolated now where people are like, no, like this is my family, that's your family. Like,
so when somebody does something nice, it's like people get so shocked. It's kind of sad. Like we shouldn't even be shocked.
it should be the norm. Anyway, all right, let me pull this back up because I do want to get this question because it's my favorite.
Oh
because,
my gosh, here we go.
Jen,
oh God.
you are
Follow me on TikTok.
award-winning Elf on the Shelf expert. Your Elf on the Shelf is on their website.
Yeah, on their official site.
On the official
Yeah.
Elf on the Shelf
They
website.
requested my videos, not all of them, but some from last year to be on their website. So yeah. And I did get a lot of views on my what is this Elf on the Shelf arrival from last year. So
But it's so great. You literally, so you start December 1st and you do it all the way up to
It
Christmas.
just depends on your family. My family, we start December 1st. So like again, like my neighbor, she said her elf comes the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So-
okay.
And now I follow them. So they came also like 2 weeks ago. So they come a little bit early. So it just depends on your preference, I guess.
Do you plan all the shenanigans out like ahead of time, or is it like
No.
day of?
Like I start like maybe like 2 months ago I did start pinning things on Pinterest. I don't know. Do people still use Pinterest?
People still use Pinterest.
Oh, okay. Because I still do.
Mostly moms.
Do they?
Moms
Okay,
and like
'cause I
people
feel
playing
like-
Bachelorette.
Okay, like for example, like I don't know, cause like my teenage daughter makes me feel like I'm like really old, like cause they do like Spotify, like, and I still do Pandora.
Oh yeah. Well, I use like Apple Music. I don't use Pandora or Spotify.
Well, I do like Pandora, and it still has ads.
Oh, Jen, pay the $1.99. Get rid of the ads, man.
So I'm in the shower with spa music.
Like,
and you know
come to Chick-fil-A.
And you know what's worse? It's not just regular ads.
What do you mean it's not just regular ads?
Okay. It's the ads from Oregon because it's still set up to Oregon, so I still get like the grocery stores from Oregon.
That like you can't even go shop at.
Yeah.
Why do they still think you're there?
So like, oh, shop at Roth's. It's not Ross. It's
Roth's.
Roth's.
Like Rothschild.
Yeah. Do you know that? Have you heard of that grocery store? Okay. Like over there in Oregon, it's Safeway, which would be our Smith's.
Yeah.
It would be the same thing. So yeah. Oh, shop at Safeway. Da, da, da. And like I can't not even go. But yeah, I guess like.
So you're.
So like I'm having like my moments in the shower because I'm like, yeah, no kids, this and that. And I'm like, hey, Pandora's, play spa music. So it starts playing spa music, and then it goes into a commercial.
You can't even go there.
And it starts playing like ads from Oregon. Okay.
Like I'm in Vegas.
Join OCCU, the credit union, like Oregon Credit Union. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh God.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
Elf on the Shelf.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
You're the queen of Elf on the Shelf. So okay, so do you wait till they're in bed, and then you're just like, I have
I have to wait till they're in bed, and like last night I didn't know what to do, so I was just on Pinterest. I'm like, okay, well I don't, and sometimes I just don't have the supplies, like googly eyes or like certain things, and I do at some point because my mother-in-law brings me all this crap for the girls, but then Aaliyah just goes through it and just ends up in trash. I don't know. So then when I need it, I can't find it. So I just have to get creative. So last night I just looked up something and it didn't work out because it was like the elf going on the scooter to try to give Aaliyah a ride to school.
Aww.
And that didn't work out. So her scooter's too short. So I had to grab her bike. So I put the elf with the wrapping paper and her shoes, and then we adopted a pet. It's a reindeer. Her name is Sprinkles.
The elf adopted a pet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the elves have pets. So you can adopt a dog, a reindeer, and I think a fox.
Is this like in the real world or like in the digital
Yeah, they
world?
sell it at the store. And it's in the cartoons. So
I don't know. He has his own cartoon?
Yeah, look on Netflix. Yeah, I just found it.
Oh my God.
I was watching this, and it was a baking show too with elves. They have to incorporate the elves into it. It's popular.
Where did this man come from?
I don't know.
How old?
We just like not know about it because we didn't have kids.
No. This man came out of nowhere. I didn't have an elf on the shelf growing up.
Me neither.
He came out of nowhere.
But then my parents were Mexican, so they didn't know anything about the shit. But I don't know.
Is your elf Mexican? I have to know.
I don't know. Oh, but that's a good. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday.
Perfect, girl. Thank you. You just gave me a fucking great idea. So tomorrow I'm gonna wrap the elf on a freaking tortilla because I did this the first year. I'm gonna wrap it in a flour tortilla, and then I'm gonna cut the face, and I'm gonna put it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the elf is gonna be a burrito. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but
Elf burrito.
Wow. Wait, do you have an elf?
No. I borderline refuse to do it. Well, this is the first year.
Okay, you have to be really committed. So if you already have a lot going on, then
that's why I'm like, that's a lot. Not
that I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah, you do have a lot going on.
Because I just freaking sit all day and watch reality shows.
Yeah, you're a stay-at-home mom. Is that what you do?
Yeah, like we don't. Yeah, we just watch TV all day and we drink wine. That's it. We don't do nothing. Oh yeah. Oh, you have to be very committed.
Yeah. Well, that's what. So Brady for the first year, because he's 4, so now he understands Christmas. His biggest thing now is snow, and like, why don't we have snow? Like, is Santa gonna get here without the snow and a chimney? We don't have a chimney. So I told him that cardboard box off to the side. I was like, we'll make a chimney. He's very concerned that Santa won't be able to get into our house without a chimney.
Target. They have. Did you see that kit?
Mm-mm.
It's Santa's footprint.
Oh, I saw that. Didn't you share it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bought it.
In the bullseye section, just go there and like you sprinkle you can even do flour and then just, it looks like Santa walked in. And you can just say it's magic. Like sometimes some houses don't have chimneys, but God, I sound so Mexican.
Do you have a chimney?
No, we don't.
Oh.
So you could just say. So this year, my husband works for UPS, so I coordinated with his coworker, and he came to our door. I was like, hey, can you just like do this for us? Not that they're busy or anything because it's peak season, but he still took time. We were texting. I was like, hey, I'm gonna leave the box right here. So he went, grabbed the box, showed up at the door. He knocked. I printed a fake label from the North Pole, and I said, so I put it on the box, and I said, hey, just tell her that this is a delivery from the North Pole. So, so he knocked, he showed up, he's like, well, I have a package for Aaliyah, and then she's like, her eyes got so wide, and then he's like, it's from the North Pole, and that's when she grabbed it. She's like, it must be Angel, and then like she opened it, she's like, it's Angel. She was so excited, dude. So Angel flew from the North Pole through UPS, through Daddy's job. So that made it even more special. And the fact that he was willing to like be part of my shenanigans, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So if I become famous, you're getting a chunk of that, Danny, because
you're surrounded by good people, man. That's so adorable.
Yeah, for people that just want to do that, I mean, I'm telling you, they're really busy. So and I sprinkled flour on the front, like through our whole walkway, and I said it was snow. So so I did flour and glitter, so she thinks it's snow.
That's so sweet.
So it was really cool.
What's been your favorite elf setup that you did?
Not mine, but hers, because till the day it's a year old and she still loves it and she wants to watch that video all the time. The ceiling fan, I put a bunch of her underwear on there, and I hung up the angel, the elf, and the reindeer. So she ran and she's like, oh, and I turned on the light and they were flying. So they were hanging on her underwear. So she's like, Mommy, can they do my chonies again? And then she thought she wanted, so I changed it up this year. So the other day I did a bunch of her underwear on the Christmas tree, and I said, hey Aaliyah, we decorated your Christmas tree. I hope you like it. And actually I did Aaliyah Namery because now Angel wants me to include the baby.
Yeah. So
I did a lot of her underwear and diapers. So they decorated the tree with her underwear. So.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
So she walked up, she's like, all my chonies are in the tree. So it was really cool.
That's so sweet.
I just love it because obviously people watch. A lot of my friends be sharing videos to, like, they're like, oh, thinking of you, and like they'll be sharing like cool
like little elf things that are going on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, here's an idea, or like I get my friends texting me. Like, it's just really cool. Like, people support it.
Aww.
They just love it.
You're an elf queen, man.
Yeah, and now like I'm seeing more comments on my TikTok. And I'm just like, there was like one negative person, like, oh, are we just gonna ignore that she's naked? Because my daughter was like in her undies. I tried to crop her out, but I was like, she noticed or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. Like, I just tried to like be nice, but yeah, there's always gonna be
people
like,
of the
trolls.
internet, man.
Yeah.
You should look at my YouTube comments.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you so much, because it stopped and paused, but seriously, thank you so much. Probably gonna do this again with you sometime because you have so much knowledge and insight. And you're such an amazing person.
Oh my God.
Seriously, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, comment. Do you want to say it? Say like, subscribe, comment. Say it.
Like, subscribe, comment.
You killed it.
How do you say it in Spanish? How do you say light bulb in Spanish?
How you say what?
Light bulb.
Faca. What was it?
Foco.
Foco. I was close. It's very similar to Four Loko, by the way. I'm just gonna call that out right now. Foco.
Yeah, you gotta make something funny. That's how Angel learns Spanish too.
Foco.
He makes something.
Four Loko. Foco. Something like that, man. Something like that. But like is me gusta.
That's in Spanish.
Yeah, you told me to say it in Spanish.
Oh.
5 seconds ago, you told me to say like and comment and subscribe in Spanish. And that's what I'm trying to do now, man.
Por favor, dale like. That's how they say it.
Por favor, please.
No, I've seen it on the Mexican channels. They say, por favor, dale like. They even in Mexico. Like? No, yeah, in Mexico, they're like, oh, super like. They talk like that. So, yeah. Por favor, dale like y suscríbete a este canal. Okay, let me...
Oh, all right, one more time.
Let me lick my lips. Por favor, dale like y suscríbete a este canal.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
I want you to put like a little like ding.